It's the photo that has sent shockwaves through the showbiz world when pop star Adele marked her 32nd birthday with an Instagram post showing off her stunning new figure.
Well, the singer is thought to have lost around 7 stone, and lots of rumours are circulating about how she shifted the pounds, including following the cert food diet.
Well, in just a moment, we'll speak to Sam Rubin for the latest on the Brit superstar. But first, here's how Hollywood's reacted.
Well, joining us live now from LA is Sam Rubin, along with weight loss expert Steve Miller and Vanessa Feltz, who opted for surgery to help her lose weight. So welcome, all of you. Lovely to see you. Let's start with you, Sam. First of all, there are two tracks here in America, and I suppose really with all of us is, yes, she looks amazing, but also she looked incredible before she lost the weight.
I think so. Phillip and Holly, good morning to you both. It's as if she's now become the unwitting poster child of this debate about people complimenting how extraordinary she looks now, seemingly negating how great she looked before. And the idea, and this has been bandied about all day yesterday once this picture broke so wide, can you only compliment somebody on the back end of their extraordinary weight loss? What about her amazing accomplishments and fantastic appearance before the weight loss? So that's been going back and forth, but no question. And frankly, the moment I saw this photo, and I'm surprised that package didn't include the pun that, has bandied about here everywhere, hello, it's a brand new Adele. Quite clearly it is.
I mean, she definitely looked gorgeous either way, that's for sure. People are wondering whether this is going to change her as an artist.
Well, I think one question that people have, quite honestly, Holly, is because of this dramatic physical transformation, does that change her voice? And then we think of other very slender singers, Celine Dion, Carrie Underwood, both come to mind, who remain, still have extraordinary power in their voice. And then the other thing, again, Adele had been absent from social media. Now that she comes back in this extraordinary way, throughout the course of the pandemic, we've been treated to these amazing at-home concerts from virtually every artist you can think of, Taylor Swift, Bruce Springsteen, the list goes on and on and on. We have yet to hear from Adele. I think that would be extraordinarily welcome, and we're hoping we will soon.
Well, the thing is, though, Sam, Adele's struggled with her vocal issues. 2011, I think she had the surgery, very intricate surgery on her vocal cords. 2017, she had to cancel the last 2 concerts in Wembley. She very infrequently releases anything. Maybe she's just concentrating on family now.
Oh, that's an entirely possible assertion. And of course, as we've had the lockdown here with her son, who almost certainly is having his school activities take place entirely in the home. And when you talk to parents in Los Angeles or anywhere in the U.S. with children that age, which would be a young schooler around 6 or 7, that's what parents talk about. They're spending almost all their time with their kids, aiding in their schooling. So I would think yes, for the majority of her time is spent as a mom for her son.
I mean, it's totally her choice to lose weight, to not lose weight. I mean, she is her own person. However, of course, the rumour mill cranks up and people are asking why, what was behind this weight loss, how did she do it?
Well, I tell you what, the phrase that you may have heard before is some people are suggesting, is this the post-divorce revenge body? That now she looks... I mean, she looked beautiful before, but she definitely is more striking now. I think it's hard to deny that. And is it a result of exercise, diet, a combination of diet and exercise? One thing that's very popular here is this notion of intermittent fasting, where you dramatically reduce the hours of day during the day that you eat. Some have suggested that it's the result of that. There are trainers that we've spoken with who have, purportedly worked with her, or they've been influenced, or she's been influenced by them. We don't know her secret, and we don't know if she'll necessarily keep it a secret or at some point reveal how this transformation took place. But, we all have our eyes. It's an obvious and extraordinarily distinct transformation.
All right, Sam, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks,
Let's talk to Steve Miller now. Steve's
Hi.
Hello there. How are you? How are you doing? An expert in diets and things. We can only speculate as to how she's done this. She hasn't told us how she's done it, so everyone's jumped to the conclusion that it must be the cert food diet. Now, bearing in mind that we have to park Adele from here on because we don't know how she's done this, but it has brought to the surface this cert food diet. What is that?
Well, the cert food diet, I did a lot of research on this, and it's one of those diets that's based on a plant. Well, it's a plant food diet, really. And what it proclaims to be is the diet that will trigger, guess what? The slim gene, which is amazing, really, because 2 days ago we were talking about the fat gene. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the gene in the middle. But it is that kind of, it is apparently that sort of diet. Now, it's very Mediterranean-based as well. And if Adele has followed this, what she did was she, on week 1, had this very phased inroad into the diet. And then week 2 and week 3 is your maintenance plan for the diet as well. And apparently it's very good, you know, for other things such as, what was I reading here, in terms of memory recall as well, this diet. Now, I have to say...
You forgot that bit, actually.
I know. How embarrassing is that? But listen, I think what we've got to say is this diet will work for some people, but it's not going to work for everybody. And I'm a real cynic when it comes to diets, right? Generally speaking, my opinion is that people should live an 80-20 life where they're eating 80% of the time they're eating well, 20% of the time they're having a bit of what they fancy. But I tell you one thing, weight loss is very emotional based as well. So I wouldn't be surprised, because of the lifestyle changes Adele's gone through, that she's actually reinventing herself. And I tell you what, she looks great.
But just a final thing there on this. When you say a plant-based, it's a plant-based diet, this cert food. Isn't she just a vegan then? Or aren't you just a vegan?
No, because I read you can have some chicken as well. Oh. So it's foods like, I'll tell you what some of the foods are: kale, apples, strawberries, onions, soy, parsley, extra virgin olive oil. But
I mean, it's no great secret, is it? It's just a healthy, balanced diet.
Someone's making money out
of it. They really are.
Yeah, but listen. But the good thing is, on this one, you can have red wine and dark chocolate.
See.
It's just a balance, isn't it? I mean, Vanessa, to be fair, I get very frustrated when we're talking about diets, and I know you've been on here talking about your own battle with weight loss, and you tried every diet in the book, and none of those worked for you, and you went for more drastic measures, which for you worked out brilliantly.
Well, that's right. But it's not so much that the diets don't work. They do work. The problem is the bit where you've lost all the weight, everyone says, oh, you look great, you feel great. People start to treat you in a different way, which is awful, because you realise you yourself are exactly the same inside, whether you're big or whether you're small. It's horrible that people suddenly start to like you more or treat you with more respect or fancy you more. It's all very disconcerting. However, you feel great. And then you celebrate by going back to normal life, which for most people with a weight problem is having a bit of chocolate mousse, a couple of slices of pie, and the next thing you know, it's all crept back on again. So, of course, diets work in the short term. And I thought what that gentleman said about, you know, emotions having a massive effect on weight loss or weight gain is very true. You know, she's broken up from her marriage to her husband. It may be what they said, a revenge bod. It may well be that she's been terribly upset and hasn't been able to eat, you know, that she's lost her appetite maybe for once in her life and has felt really very, very emotionally drained and not her normal self. The problem usually occurs when you go back to normal. You're feeling quite yourself and you start tucking in the way you always did.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you both. Thanks,
Thank
Steve.
you.
Thank you, Sam.